After speaking, he said again, "By the way, Mr. Wade, I heard a news." Charlie asked, "What news?" Isaac said, "The Wu family in Suzhou seems to be looking for your antagonist everywhere. They even sent someone to Eastcliff to find Fredman. They seem to have sent someone to Changbai Mountain to find Yangzheng and Barena, the father and son. But it was discovered by the people arranged by Mr. Orville, so they fled early." Charlie couldn't help but frowned. The Wu family suddenly contacted Fredman, and even contacted the Wei family and his son. There was only one possibility, that is, they wanted to unite more of his mortal enemies to deal with him. Since Regnar and Roger, father and son, were insulted and fled back to Suzhou, the Wu family did nothing. He thought they had realized that they were not something they could afford, but he did not expect that they were actually darkness that follows you in the light. Charlie asked, "Who else did they contact?" Isaac said, "The Wu family also sent people to contact those who have been taught by others before, but they are all low-level rags, and can't make waves if they want to, just like the one who bullied your classmate Darren. Dog men and women and their fathers." Afterwards, Isaac asked, "Mr. Wade, do you want me to say hello to the family and kill the Wu family directly, or let the family warn the Wu family so that they can be honest in the future?" "No," Charlie said with a smile, "I don't want others to help." Charlie is not ready to return to Wade's house yet. He even feels that he does not necessarily have to return to Wade's house in the future. After all, he has been away from the Wade family for so many years, and to be honest, although he can't talk about a deep hatred with the Wade family, there is still a hurdle in heart, and that hurdle was the accidental death of his parents that year. Therefore, he said to Isaac, "Some things are more interesting if you have to do it yourself. Relying on others for help is not only unreliable, but also takes away a lot of fun." Isaac hurriedly said, "But young master, the Wu family is in the whole Orus Hill. It has a top-notch existence. If they are really deliberate about going against you, I'm afraid you can't handle it alone." Charlie smiled slightly and said, "Don't worry about this. Although I am not a very talented person, I am not a soft persimmon that everyone can pinch." Isaac sighed and said, "Mr. Wade, you still have to be more careful, and you must not neglect the Wu family. The Wu family has only offered a reward of 300 million to kill Lu Guang and Lu Ming, the father and son. Countless people are chasing down the father and son all over the world. Once they are exposed, they may be hacked to death by countless people." Charlie asked curiously, "Does anyone know where the father and son have gone?" Isaac said, "It is said that they went abroad, but no one knows which country they went to, because they seem to have used fake passports when they left." Charlie nodded. Although he didn't say anything, he knew in his heart that the reason why the Wu family wanted to hunt down the father and son was actually because of the crosstalk on the YouTube. The Wu family had been deliberately trying to delete the crosstalk, but because it has now been bought by Steven, they had no choice. Because of the crosstalk, the entire Wu family has no face and cannot be deleted, so the only way to find face is to kill both Lu Guang and his son, so that the world knows that the Wu family is definitely not insulted. Isaac said at this time, "Mr. Wade, the Wu family is willing to spend 300 million or more to deal with Lu Guang and his son. If it is to deal with you, I believe they will be willing to pay a higher price, so you must be careful." Charlie said lightly, "Okay, I get it." Isaac said, "Mr. Wade, if you need any help, please tell me." Charlie gave a hum, quietly glanced at his wife next to him, and said to Isaac, "I'm on my way home now, I'll talk about it later." "Master, okay." Charlie hung up the phone, and Claire asked curiously, "Who was calling?" "What are you talking about, for help or not, for soft persimmons but not soft persimmons, is anyone going to bully you?" "No." Charlie smiled and said, "Didn't our mother be bullied by the MLM organization, so I plan to find friends to see if I can help mother." Claire hurriedly said, "Don't." She said, "To be honest, my mother has suffered so many sins. Although it is pitiful, I am a daughter who is fair to her. She also takes the blame. She takes money too seriously. And always think of taking shortcuts for nothing. Even if she didn't fall for this one today, she will still fall for something else tomorrow." Charlie nodded in agreement. He didn't expect that although Claire was somewhat filial to Elaine, she still knew at least what kind of person Elaine was. At first, helping Elaine to vent her anger was just to find an excuse. Seeing that Claire said this, he did not continue to talk about this topic. At this moment, Charlie's mind was thinking of Wu's family in Suzhou. Since the Wu family's father and son are still obsessed with their previous experience, sooner or later they will come to avenge. But there is a problem. It is a bit beyond his expectations. The Wu family and his sons are very arrogant in doing things, and seek revenge. Why do they need to find a helper? When they contact Fredman and other people who have offended him, they should just want to unite a few more enemies to target him. This is a bad signal to Charlie. Because the enemy is always easy to defeat when he is proud. But when the enemy is no longer proud, they will become more cunning and more difficult to deal with. The Wu family has a strong strength, and now they have to unite others to deal with him, which proves that they have made great progress now and deserve his attention.